Welcome to Driving Immersion. This is the immersive racing experience. Studio 397's Le Mans Ultimate is the best detailed simulation of the World Endurance Championship. You're about to watch the one and only 24 hours of Le Mans in segments. We will be racing in Le Mans Ultimate using as much of its simulation factors to be as close to the racing as possible. We drive from the cockpit using a Fanatec CS LGD Plus wheel and load cell pedal set, without any assists except for what exists in the car. There are collisions and damage, tire wear, and fuel use, including virtual energy. Enjoy the sights and sounds under the sun that is only Le Mans. Give us a like and click on subscribe now so that you don't miss out on any of it. Volume up and let's go.
Okay, so we are going for 4 new tires, and these are the softs. Our first run on full softs. We're also recharging to 100%. And we are filling up with fuel. This stop is going to cost us 50 seconds. We are now 2:08 behind the number 36 in first place. Only 2 hypercars left in the race.
Back in the car, ready for the 27th stint of this 24 hours.
And right now he is coming into the Porsche S's. Nope, exiting Arnage. 5 seconds. We're in gear. On the ground, and we are released. So we have a lot of air pressure in this setup. These soft tires, hopefully that will help them last a little bit longer. Right now, as soon as they are up the temperature, we're going to try to drive the heck out of them, but right now, being cold, they are actually gripping very well, so we are hopeful that we will have a good stint here. 240 behind. He will have to come in. And it looks like he just crossed the start-finish line.
On board with the Alpine as he comes around turn 2 and then turn 3 just to go underneath the Dunlap Bridge. So a difference of 3 minutes and 12 seconds between first and second. Currently on the same lap. And once again, the number of laps per stint for the Alpine is 11, exactly what we're doing now. The number 8 Toyota here, capable of actually doing 12 laps per stint on virtual energy and actual fuel.
Soft tires are up 10.
But in order to achieve the 12th lap, we do have to do some lifting and coasting early. Coached by the electronics, but eventually it means a slower lap.
No fuel savings and no tire savings. There is 3 hours and 46 minutes left in the race.
Again, if you're just catching up on the series, we had a few spins early in the morning as the sun came up and the track temperature changed. We were on a set of worn tires and so on, so there were a number of spins, and that put us back into second place as much as 1 lap behind the first place car. And right now we are slowly trying to make our way back. And it's been about 4 stints already since we've been trying to gain time, and it's a very slow doing. Entering the Porsche S's here.
Soft tires behaving very well.
This is the lead hypercar coming in through Arnage. a 90-degree right-hander.
Late there into turn 2, and I wouldn't have dared that on the other bottom tires, but already this set of these offs are giving us a lot of confidence. And right now, we can afford to change tires every stint. But we won't have to.
Back with the number 36 again to see where they are on the track. And the cycle has been in the last few stints that he comes in once we've done 3 laps on our stint. Again, both cars doing about 11 laps for each fill-up. And this is down the Mulsanne straight coming into the first chicane for the 36. You can see here the number 8 coming in through the Mulsanne corner. Again, to give you an idea just how far away they are from each other, only 2 hypercars left. Many of the other hypercars retired throughout the night. Again, all available here on our 24 Hours of Le Mans series at Driving Immersion. But a lot of hypercars seemingly ran out of fuel in the night. One of the cars that didn't run out of fuel was the number 83 Ferrari, actually going out of the race and retiring just on lap 2, spinning out between turns 2 and 3. And again, I believe that was a major mechanical failure. He didn't collide with anyone on track, but it was a simple spin and that was it. There's the entrance into pit lane as we come around turn 33, and I believe that was the Lexus GT3.
There we go, 344.
Right now we just hit a very, very fast lap on a set of fresh soft tires, a 334. I believe there may have only been 2 or 3 334 laps throughout this long endurance race. And I think to summarize it, we've probably been doing about 338 or 339 average for most of the laps. So a 334 is a very, very good lap.
Those 2 cars cost us a lot of time. So on the last lap we made 5 seconds. We are 232 behind.
So here we are using the overlay display on the lower left of your screen to judge how fast we are going in comparison to the number 36. It does indicate there that we were 4 seconds faster on our last recorded lap and his last recorded lap.
Time is 12:50. Ambient temperature 80 degrees. Track temperature 104.
Yes, this screen does show the current weather and temperatures, including the ambient and track temperatures. Very informative for deciding which compound of tire we can use. And right now 104 is actually very warm for a set of the soft tires. But right now they do provide a lot of grip in comparison to the other compounds. Even the medium tires are probably 80% of the grip that we can achieve here with the softs.
The yellow here, somebody into the wall.
That is a Ferrari GT3, and here's the other Ferrari GT3. Again, if you are just catching up, there are 8 GT3s currently still running on track. Yes, so the soft tires are actually very good and they do provide a lot of grip. They do, however, fall off very quickly as they do heat up. If you are locking up the brakes or sliding and pushing them too hard, they will actually get very, very hot and fall off in grip very quickly. And then it will take a couple of turns usually to get them back up to normal temperature. And normal temperature is about 77 degrees for a set of the softs. And that is Celsius. And we are here scrolling through the field of the LMP2s.
Maybe I'll driving these a little bit.
There are 9 of them currently racing on track. This is the lead GT3 Mustang in the lead since throughout the night. That is the number 77. And here we are with the number 36 coming into the pits. Again, expected on our 3rd lap after the exit with the number 8. Now with the number 36, he's actually been running about an average of about a 338 lap. Once in a while we will find that he does like a 344, and that may be due to some traffic on the track. But his pit stops are usually very long, usually at least 60 seconds. And so we'll see how we do here. We're at 2:10 right now, time difference. And we are actually still on the other side of the track while he is in the pits at the start-finish line. So we've got a long way to go, indicating now under 2 minutes. So we'll keep an eye on the timing on the upper left of the screen.
So that is at least 1 minute in. New tires.
There we are, back into the pits. We are watching the number 36. And it looks like he's just about to be released. Unfortunately, there's no way of us being able to see if he's got new tires. We do expect that he will get refueled and recharged as far as virtual energy. Now I think because they take the car off the ground with the jacks that he may actually get tires, but that is only an assumption.
Okay, he's out.
So on his stop, he difference now is 113, so we gained about 60, maybe 65 seconds from his stop. Now there's a lot of math to be doing in order to calculate lap times here. And it's actually pretty difficult to do as we're driving. And we can actually only do that throughout the straights. Thankfully we have a couple of good long straights here at the Circuit de la Sarthe.
Didn't get track limits on that one. So he's been running on these softs for most of the race. Or so we think.
Hardly a sound coming from the tires.
So we made 9 seconds on the last lap.
As we exit Tetra Rouge, a very high load right-hander. Now, in regards to the math, as far as timing, obviously it's very costly to come in and pit. And it is just as costly to be able to extend our stint by 1 lap to 12 laps. With the slowing down that we have to do, we are actually reducing our lap time by about 1.8 seconds, and that in 12 laps is about 24 seconds, which is basically the cost of changing tires and half the time of refueling. So doing some math, it's actually faster for us to put a lot of wear on these tires and just go 11 laps and drive fast. And that's how we've been catching up since the early morning. Again, we were as much as a whole lap down of the 36.
Berger is going very fast, and the LMP2.
Coming in through our notch, again a very high pressure point for the tires, but not a sound as these tires are brand new, only having 4 laps on them. And again, we did increase the tire pressure, and that's helping them to cool down, resulting in hopefully less wear. And we'll see as soon as we're done with the stint. And just before the evening or the nighttime race portion, we actually took a pair of the soft tires all the way through 4 stints. They did fall apart very quickly, meaning losing all kinds of grip when they reached 20%, and that is 20% life left. So one skid into a corner would basically decrease their lifespan by about 6 or 7%, so they do fall off very quickly. And that would be something to consider if you are trying to extend a stint using the soft tires. we have, on the other end of the scale, put on some hard tires here. Even with the daylight, we just can't seem to get them warm enough to grip anywhere nearly as much as a set of mediums.
8:44 on energy. We have 56 left.
And as a result, we are not using them right now. It's just not making up any time using the hard tires, and they actually expose us to a lot of loss of traction that it's going to risk a lot of time, even from just one spin.
Oh, we had a 4:54 on that last lap. Must have had a spin or something. 1 minute and 9 seconds. There's our good.
Back again to the hard tires. If you have been able to use a set of hard tires to complete a whole stint, what was the air temperature or track temperature and the air pressure that you used in those tires? It's a big question to us, as right now there's really no perfect or good time to be able to use them on the track. Right now, even as the track temperature is up to 104 degrees, we just can't seem to get them warm enough within 3 laps, maybe even more laps, to get them to grip anywhere remotely near what a soft or a set of mediums would do. So let us know how you use those hard tires. Here we are through the Porsche S's. That was a Ferrari
Touch there
GT3.
from the Ferrari.
We did touch on the right-hand side as we came around. A very difficult part of the track to pass, but it must be done. Every second here counts.
Lap 3:36.12.
We continue on board with the Toyota number 8. We are 2 seconds faster on the last lap. That was timed between this car and the number 36.
Okay, need to get our energy used to down to 8:11. Right now it's 8:46.
So on board with the number 8, we continue to toy with extending the stint again, because there are time savings there. But again, if we have to slow down too much in order to save on virtual energy, and we do that by lifting early and coasting and shifting up early, which in the end slows down the car. But if we don't have to do that and we can extend our stint, we are still considering it. through Indianapolis. Very good grip there from this set of soft tires. There is again one of the Ferraris. This time very easy to get by. Only 116 now behind the Alpine.
Slow lap. Still at 336.
Lap 336.38.
That time a 3:36 as we cross the start-finish line. Nicolas Lapierre's last lap was a 3:40, so roughly 4 seconds faster than the number 36. And while the Circuit de la Sarthe is a very long lap, 4 seconds will eventually add up. And again, this is a very long race. We just happen to be nearing the end of it at this point. Having a look at the map, you can see we just exited Trhe, and the first place lead hypercar is exiting the Mulsanne corner. So again, in little chunks, the time difference is decreasing between the first and second place hypercars. I think the leaderboard there just shows that the last hypercar to bow out and retire out of the race was 130 laps ago. Quite a long time ago now. We look onto the number 36, the last car in this short chain of cars. Nevertheless, a lot of cars to have to drive through. That is one GT3 and 2 LMP2s, and I believe one of those LMP2s is the lead LMP2. In fact, just ahead that we saw coming out of the camera view was the lead GT3, the number 77 Mustang. There he is. So again, a lot of traffic here for the number 36 Alpine. And actually, turn 1 to turn 3 are very slow corners for a car to be held back. Trhe Rouge here as we exit out. Also very critical as you want to keep that speed and build on it as you go down the Mulsanne straight here, but he was held back just a little bit and only momentarily by a couple of LMP2s. Nevertheless, that cost time, and you can see there that we are down to a 1 minute and 10 second difference. So maybe 5, maybe 6 seconds he lost having to drive through that traffic on that slower part of the course.
And the
336
other end
for
of
the number 8.
Straight here.
And a 339 for the number 36 on their last laps.
Under 1 minute. Tires are still doing good. Keeping the temperature just nice. Mid-70s or so. Sometimes you don't want to turn it too tight into Indianapolis or Garage because you think the back end is going to come around. And the other times you just let control of the understeer.
There on the map, as the number 8 comes through the Porsche S's, we can see the number 36 Alpine at Tetra Rouge as he heads down the Mulsanne Straight. Right now, the time difference, 1 minute and 7 seconds, so we continue to catch up to the number 36, again, little by little.
That was a little bit slow. That was 1 second longer on that last lap. We bounced out. 337 to 8341. Gotta keep going here.
Again, on the map, the Porsche S's is where the Alpine is at now, as we are exiting Indianapolis, coming in through Arnage. So even visually on the track, the lead is shrinking to the number 36. Coming in through the pit straight.
Time
3:37.7.52.
Grandstands on the left and right. We can see we've got a pretty clear sky up above. Doesn't look like a chance of precipitation whatsoever.
Why are we due in at the end of this lap? We've got 4 gallons.
There we are, the green indicator there at the top of your screen means that the pit crew is ready for our pit stop, so they are ready to accept us this time around. Now we have 15% virtual energy available, and unfortunately we are burning 8.40, so that is not going to make for this lap and another lap.
That's alright, tires are good. Come in.
And again, right now, 3.6 gallons of fuel on board. We need 2 to complete 2 laps based on our most recent laps. So we won't make it around after this lap. And we are coming in to finish our 11th lap. And now we are looking at the number 36 just to see how far ahead they are. Timing indicates 105.8 seconds. 1 minute and 5 seconds. So I believe this stint has yielded at least 65, maybe 70 seconds of time reduced for the number 8. Here is the 36 going around the Ferrari GT3. And this is along the backstretch, the 36 just about to enter into the Porsche S's. You can see there the black Porsche logo in the grass.
Seconds behind. This has been a good stint.
There is 25 and 26. Very difficult corners to connect, as there is a big weight transfer between the right and left as we're coming around. Entering into the pit lane is the number 8. We will cross the start-finish line here while driving through the pit lane, and that is going to complete 11 laps down to 60 kilometers per hour.
55 seconds behind.
Under the speed limiter here. A very good stint for the number 8.
9:03.02.
So I think we made about 30 seconds on that last stint. Just running with these soft tires. And we're going to keep these on. Very good stint. Energy's 8. Could have made it one more lap. That's alright.
Yes, again, it does indicate 2.1 gallons of fuel, 8% of virtual energy. We could have made it another lap, and that would have cost us more than 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds of time lost just for that extra lap. So not worth it coming in, or not worth it staying out for another lap. And here are the standings so far. Again, we are 113 behind the first place, number 36, Alpine of Nicolas Lapierre. And that is going to do it for this segment 27 of the 24 Hours of Le Mans series. We thank you for watching this event at Driving Immersion. And remember, for more exciting racing ahead, give us a like and click on subscribe or follow so that you don't miss out on the next race event. We'll see you next time.